Hello happy people, Hamza here and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to create a sticky one but also a transparent header using Astra and Astra Pro. Let's get started. So the number one thing you have to know is that to create a sticky and transparent header using Astra, you should have Astra Pro. And Astra Pro is actually an add-on to the Astra theme, which is the free theme. And you simply have to get the Astra Pro version, which is this over here. And once you have this Astra Pro add-on, which is actually a plugin, then you come over here to Appearance, then Astra Options. And right under here, you have to make sure that you have enabled the option for sticky header. And by enabling, I mean it has to be activated. And to activate, I simply click over here and activate the sticky option. And when you activate the sticky option, you simply click over here to customize. And that means that you have to go into the theme customizer and start creating your header. Now, when you come over here to the header option, you have options: site identity, primary header, primary menu, sticky header, and the transparent header. Now, when I start by the site identity, this is where you upload the logos for your website or whatever you're going to be using. But this is not what we want at the moment. What we need to do is coming directly here to the primary header, and we choose the header layout. You can choose from different layouts. At the moment, I'm using this first one. But if I switch to this other one, you realize that the logo is going to come up here on the top, and then the navigation will come just below down here. You see how this looks like? Or if you want our logo to appear at the very extreme end of our website, we simply choose the very last option and boom, our logo shows up this other side. But that's not what we want to do. We simply want our logo to come first over here. And then we have to choose our width of the header, and this means we can choose either full width or the content width. Now the full width is that which will maximize the whole width of your website. I mean, it will take over the whole of your width of the website. And if you're on a larger screen, you realize that it will spread all over and take over all the space of your website. On the other hand, if you choose it to be the content width is the width that you've specified your content of the website to run through, including all pages, and that means that even your header will be aligned with the content. And then we can also choose to add a border for our header. For example, if I add like 2 or 3, then I can simply add a border for our header with some kind of a separator, but we don't want to add a border right there. And then down here we have to choose the layout for the mobile header. That means we'll have the logo over here, and here we have the hamburger icon or the menu or the navigation. And if we choose over here, it will be stacked, and that means that we'll have the logo on top and the navigation right below there. Now let me show you this. Now the one that is right here stacked, now when I go here to the mobile, you realize that it is actually stacked. Now when I switch back to the inline one, you realize that the logo will be over here, and also the navigation icon or the hamburger icon will be right this side. Now once you are done setting up your primary header layout, and then we come to the primary menu options. Now first of all, we will let me switch back to the desktop version. You realize that we chose a last item in the menu to be a button, but that case, if you don't want to show anything right here in the menu, you can simply choose here the option none, or you simply want to show maybe a search widget here at the end of the header, you simply can select that over here, which is here, and then the search icon will appear here, or the search widget, and that means that your users will be able to search your site using that search widget that is going to appear right here, just like this. Okay, or if you want to use an HTML or a text, you simply can assign that over here, and once you assign it, then that means that you can simply add your HTML. For example, the HTML that was added here was basically a button. Okay, now you can add anything right here that you want to show up that side, or you simply can select a specific widget that you want to show over here as the last item in the header, and by clicking over here on the edit icon, you can select right here a widget that you want to show in the primary menu. Okay, now to know which widget you want to set up, simply come back here to your dashboard to appearances, and then come straight to widgets, and right here under widgets you can simply specify the kind of widget that you want to show up in your header, or basically set up the widget that you want to show up here in your header. but that's not what we want to do at the moment. So what we want to do is basically we want our last item in the header to be a button. So I'm going to come back here to the primary menu, and then I set it to be a button. Okay, now we can choose to hide the last item in the menu on mobile by simply clicking over this, or by simply taking the last item outside the menu. You can simply enable these options on what you basically want. And then right here you can change the button text. Here it says take action. Here we can say main site. Okay, so you can change it to any kind of what you want, and right here you link up to any page within your website or outside your website that you want people to access. And you can even make it to be like, you know, opening up to a new tab. For example, if I want this to link up to my blog, I simply copy my URL over there, come back here, and then I paste my link, and over here I can simply specify and say let it open in a new tab. Now whenever someone clicks over here, then they will actually be opening this widget or this button in a new tab. So the other thing is that we can choose the button styling by choosing either the theme button or the header button style. And how do you even set that up? By coming back here and come to the global options and come to buttons. Here you can choose the button color, you know, the color, the border, and all that stuff right here. So you can simply choose the color, and you see right here the background color is this color, and then the text color is actually this color, which is white. Okay, that's how we actually set up the colors for your buttons. And if you come over here, you can also choose the theme color, or actually also the link colors for the entire website of yours. So after your button style, let me show you. You go to the border color. You can choose the border color, that is if you have decided to use a border. And then there is something called under the mobile menu option, you can choose the breakpoint for your mobile menu. The breakpoint basically means when should we show up this hamburger icon, at what point in time. Okay, so basically here you can specify the time or the size of the screen that you want your menu basically to break, or to have the breakpoint. Okay, the other part is the menu label. You can choose the toggle button style. You know, you want it to be either fill, outline, minimal. Let me just say maybe outline, and you see how this will look like. This is the toggle button style, or we can even say minimal, something like that, but I prefer to have it as a fill. It looks way better. And when you come over here to the toggle button color, you can of course set up the color. You can also set up the border radius of this toggle button itself, and you will choose to use either an icon. Of course here it's using the hamburger icon, or you can simply use a link right up there. So under the drop down target, you can choose either to use the icon as a target, or basically using a link as the target for your drop down. Once you are done with that, I'm simply going to switch back this to icon, and once you are done with that, you simply hit update or publish, and that means it will be saving your options. Now these are not only applying to the tablet version, but also applying to the mobile version. Now once you are done with the primary menu settings, now you simply come here to the sticky option. Under the sticky option, you have a couple of options that you have. For example, you can stick the primary header and use a different logo for the sticky header. For example, if now I start scrolling down here, then the sticky head does appear. Now that means that I can also say I don't want the sticky header to appear on the primary header. Maybe I want it only to appear on another header, like I'll show you in other tutorials, because there's something called a header above and a header below. That's another option that Astra Pro actually brings you, but at the moment we want to apply a sticky header on our primary header. And then on the other hand, we can use a different logo on our sticky header. You see now here we have a white logo, but when you scroll and the sticky header appears, it has a background color. Now if the background color is white and then also your logo is white, then it won't appear. That's why I chose to use another logo here. You can simply say remove, and then switch back to, or switch and use a different logo that you have created, maybe in a totally different color that is in contrast to the main background color. So I simply came over here and selected the logo, and then I chose that logo. and that's how I happen to have that logo, which is black right here. And then I can also choose the width of the logo by either increasing it or decreasing it, and I can also view the size of that logo on a different device. You see, on a tablet and also on a mobile, and I can simply adjust accordingly. Okay, for example, on the mobile, maybe I want it to be like 100 pixels. Now switching back to the desktop version, you can even enable the shrink effect of the logo, and you can also hide the logo when scrolling down. For example, if I hide the sticky header on scrolling down, for example, now I'm scrolling down. Now when I start scrolling up, the header will appear automatically. And I can specify on which devices I want it to hide when I'm scrolling down. For example, I want it to hide maybe when I'm scrolling down only on the desktop. But when I'm scrolling down on a tablet or on a mobile device, it will still appear. For example, I'm hiding this on scrolling down, so it is hidden. When I scroll up, it will appear, the sticky header. But now when I switch to the tablet and I scroll down, so once you have fixed it to how you want it to work like, then you are good to go. But at the moment, I don't want to hide it anywhere, but I also want to enable an animation on my primary header. So in this case, I've already applied a slide animation, but we can as well add a fade. So a fade will appear just like this. For example, look at how it will appear up here. Boom, it fades in, and it's not a slide. And I can also say none. That means it will just bump in and it won't have any animation. Now look at this, see how that is. So it goes back to what you want, and you can enable your sticky header to appear on a mobile and desktop. But also you can say I want only my sticky header to appear or to be visible only on a mobile. Now when I enable that, here I will not have a sticky header on the normal website, but when I switch to the mobile and I scroll, now you realize that I have a sticky header. Now those are some of the amazing beauties that actually Astra Pro brings you. Like, you can simply customize your header to appear on a specific device and location. Now I will enable this both on the mobile and the desktop. And then the other option that probably you have to do is like setting up specific colors for the header, for the menu, submenu, and outside item. For example, for the header, you can say for example, the background color, you can switch to another color. For example, when I say like this, I change the background color of my header. I'll clear that. I want to keep it on default. And then you can change the color of the site title. At the moment, we are not using a site title, we are simply using a logo. And then the tagline, we don't have a tagline showing up right here. But maybe you have a question, how do you enable a tagline and the site title? Actually, under here in the dashboard, when you come to settings and come to general settings, this is where you set up your site title and site tagline, and this is what actually your website will be echoing. But at the moment, we are using a custom made logo. Once you are done with that, you simply hit publish, and that will be updating your header settings right there. Now we head back to here, come to transparent header. Now the transparent header is the one that is appearing here. You can enable your transparent header on a complete website by simply enabling this to appear on a complete website. You can disable it on different pages, like on the 404 pages, on the blog pages. You can even disable on the latest blog pages, or even disable on the posts. Okay, now it is enabled on a complete website, but maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I only want to enable it on a desktop, or I can also simply want to enable my transparent header on a mobile device. For example, now I am on the desktop and I have a transparent header. Okay, now what happens if I switch it to a mobile and I've only enabled to have a transparent header on the mobile? That means that on a desktop it won't show up. I'll simply have this normal header, and when I switch to the mobile device, then I'll have the transparent header right there. And then here it is showing a different logo for the transparent header, okay, which is white in color. That's why right here you're not seeing the logo right there. Okay, if we had a different color for the header background, maybe like black, then maybe we would have been seeing the logo color right there. In case we had our background color in a different color, then we would have been seeing the white logo appearing. Or you can simply use the same logo as the logo you're using on the main website so that you don't go into these issues, okay, by simply disabling that option right there. You can also add a border size over here like I had shown you at the main site. So the other thing, which is the last one but on the list, which is the colors and the background. Of course, you can style up your backgrounds over here, the site title, and all these other settings for all, for example, like the sub menus. If you have any sub menu items, of course, it will style them up right there. You see, if you had other sub menus right under there, then you could actually see that you have the option to style them up to the color that you want. So that's in a nutshell how you can actually enable transparent header on your website, basically on a desktop only, on a mobile only, or both on a desktop and a mobile. And you can even choose to use totally different or separate logos on any of these devices. Let me first go back right here to the colors and background. I have to switch this background color and clear this background color and leave it to white because now it's having a black color. Okay, and then I am going to come back here and then I can choose a different logo, and by choosing a different logo, of course, I'm going to bring back here the white logo, which is right here. Okay, in a nutshell, that's how you can add a transparent header which is actually sticky on your WordPress website using Astra Pro. Once you are done, simply hit publish and you're good to go. Looking at our main website, you realize that we actually still have our transparent and sticky header on our website. Thank you so much for watching. In case you have any questions about this specific tutorial, please let me know down in the comment box below. Otherwise, thank you so much for checking over the channel. In case you want any other tutorials regarding how to create headers using Astra or Elementor, please check down in the description box below or on the channel page for more of those other tutorials. Otherwise, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one. Goodbye.